Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Parrish. I'm the Chief Economist of the Florida Chamber Foundation, and welcome to this edition of Florida by the Numbers. Today I want to talk about the July job numbers that were just released, and I also want to give you an update on where we are compared to the jobs forecast I made back in December last year. I will end with a note about interest rates and where they may be going. First, let's look at the front page of the Florida scorecard. You can see that most of the metrics are green, which means that many of Florida's metrics are headed in the right direction. This tile shows that Florida's unemployment rate is at 4.1%, and we created 226,200 jobs over the past 12 months. You see that the job number's in red because that was a decrease slightly from the June number. There are 411,000 Floridians who are unemployed. That's down from a revised 420,000 last month. One of the things we track on the business climate and competitiveness pillar is the amount of open jobs in our state. You can see it on the second row of this pillar. When you look at the open jobs of 240,400, you can see that with 411,000 Floridians who are looking for work and these number of open jobs, that means that Florida continues to have a skills gap. Now I want to show you the types of jobs that have been created over the past 12 months. Once again, Florida is showing a lot of good balance in job creation, with 5 categories of jobs seeing more than 30,000 jobs created. What's the most interesting of these results is that I can't remember construction jobs ever being at the top in numbers, yet there were 35,800 construction jobs created over the past 12 months. That's a 7.5% increase over last year. Construction jobs are typically a good sign of future economic activity as well. Now I want to show you an update on where we are in job creation versus my forecast for 2017. This slide shows the path of year-over-year job creation, and you can see that we have come down from last December as well as the January spike that we had. For my forecast to be correct, by December we would be at 190,000 jobs created. You can see the trend of jobs with 5 more months in the year. So far we appear to be on track to be near my forecast number. Now let's look at which counties have produced jobs over the past 12 months. You can see on this map each county's job increase and their percentage. Compare those to the U.S. rate of 1.5% and Florida's rate of 2.7% over the same time period. This is a heat map. The darker the green, the higher the percentage. You may also note that 8 Florida counties have lost jobs during the past year. I want to talk a little about the interest rate outlook. Last week I spoke to multiple groups at the Florida Realtors annual conference, and I showed this chart that showed the recent history of 30-year mortgage rates. Several days before that, I got the opportunity to meet the new president of the Atlanta Federal Reserve, Dr. Raphael Bostic, at an event in Jacksonville. Dr. Bostic talked a lot about the flight to quality that's causing people to invest in U.S. government bonds, driving down the interest rates recently. Also, we know that the Federal Reserve is planning to reduce its $4.5 trillion balance sheet starting this year. This could have a big effect as the Fed is trying to raise rates. This will affect Florida in terms of both interest rates going up, and it could strengthen the U.S. dollar and make exports of Florida origin exports more expensive overseas. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Florida by the Numbers. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me at the Florida Chamber Foundation. Thank you.